on, beautiful people? Welcome back to our channel. I'm Bree.
And I'm Evan.
And this is Reality Check TV.
For sure.
Here's where we discuss some of our favorite reality shows to watch together as a couple. So if you love reality TV like we do, make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell so you can get notified anytime we post a new review.
Be sure to share with your friends, family, and if y'all catch this joke, it's a preview of this video, even the kids, about our channel.
Don't let your kids watch this channel. Okay, we are back again. Okay, we just posted our review of Ready to Love, so make sure you check out that video. The show is trash, but we're great. So just watch our video. You don't even gotta watch the show, y'all. But we decided to do a little double take, come back and talk to you guys to premiere a new show that we are going to be reviewing. And I don't know, maybe we should run that back. We're here to talk about a show that we might review. I don't know yet, y'all.
We're gonna see how it goes.
I have no idea. But we just gonna talk about all things love and marriage. That means Love and Marriage DC, Love and Marriage Huntsville, because Huntsville is the gift that keeps on giving. Okay. This weekend was full of stunts and shows on the internet. All of you guys know it's been a weekend. There is so much to talk about. But Martell Holt decided that he did not want to be left out. He did not want to be left out. He said, y'all cannot talk about all of these other things without talking about me. I can't let that happen. So he was very busy last week and during the weekend. So we are going to give our opinions on some of the shenanigans. Also, you guys know in our last Love and Marriage Huntsville review, the final part of the reunion, we did mention we was going to come back and kind of give our, just first thoughts on some of the things that we heard from the Carlos and Melody interview from 2 weekends ago. So we wanted to do that as well. So again, this is just all things love and marriage. You ready?
Well, gotta start from somewhere.
Yeah. Let's get into it. All right, guys. So let's talk about Love and Marriage DC. And we're talking about them as a whole. Now, little backstory. I have been a fan of Carlos King for years. Okay, I'm talking about R&B divas days. Even though looking back on that time period, now being a full adult, I can say that was very dark times. Hence why you cannot find episodes of that show anywhere. But I do think that he is literally the king of Black reality TV. I mean, nobody should debate that. Nobody should argue that point ever. I give respect to Carlos King. So when I see that he is coming out with a new show, I always give it a try. Huntsville was a show that I was sleeping on for the first year. I told y'all this. We gave y'all backstory for that, right? But I quickly came around once I actually gave the show a chance. And so it was only right that I do the same thing for DC. Once he announced that they were going to be doing a DC version of Love and Marriage, I was like, it's perfect. DC is one of my favorite cities. Also, the first season, Monique Samuels was on there. She was supposed to really be leading the cast, right? Now, I don't like Monique. I did not like Monique on Potomac. Not a fan. But I felt like maybe if we put her, on a different show with different women, different cast, different production, maybe we might see a different side of her. Well, that failed. Season 1 of DC was completely trash to me. It was just a snoozer. I was not connected with these people, so I stopped watching. Season 2 comes around. My mom told me to give the show a chance again, so I started watching mid-season. Was it better than season 1? Yes, it was. But that's not saying much because season 1 was really not it, y'all. Season 2 was a little bit better, and I did like the addition of a couple of people, but I still, for some reason, am not able to really connect with anybody that is on the show. Like, honestly, there's nobody that I really, really like, and there's nobody that I really, really dislike. Like, I'm very impartial about everybody. Like, I'm not connected for some reason. I try to like Ashley, but I don't. There's certain things about her that I like, but it's still not landing for me. Same thing with Winter. Like, I really tried because I didn't like the way they was dealing with her the first season, but it's just not landing. Like, I don't know what it is. If that didn't make things bad, or if things weren't already bad, it's worse when you disappear for a whole year and you randomly come back pretty much 2 years after the first part of this season was recorded. And I say first part because even though they're looking at this, or they're labeling this season as season 3, I'm like, it feels like a continuation from last season because I don't believe that they did a reunion last season. And they only had 10 episodes. So I'm like, I just don't. I feel really bad for this cast because I feel like they got the short end of the stick. I really do. I don't see this show having a chance. I don't feel like the show ever really got a chance. I think coming into the game with trying to, you know, promote the show as being like Monique Samuel's second chance, and like we really knew who she was because of Potomac. And then she leaves after the first season. I just feel like they keep dropping the ball on this show, and I don't feel like Carlos is really giving this show any type of attention. Like, this show is even beneath Bell Collective. And that's crazy to me. I don't understand how.
That's torture.
That's crazy. Like, and I'm talking about promotion. I'm not even talking about like so much the content, but just the advertising for the show, you know, the filming of the show. Because Bell Collective has had, I feel like, 2 seasons since we first was introduced to DC. I don't know. Like, I don't understand why the ball is being dropped here. Like, y'all know, I told you guys, again, I have been on and off with this show. So over the weekend, Evan and I binge watched it because he had never seen DC. I tried to get him to watch it maybe a couple of months ago, and I could tell he wasn't interested. So we fell off. Then this past weekend, with it premiering, I wanted him to try to give it a chance so we can add another show to our roster. And how did you like it?
It seemed like unnatural drama.
It seemed like what?
Unnatural drama. Like I couldn't connect.
Yeah.
It just seemed, like you said, it seemed like the forgotten child on the network.
Like the redheaded stepchild.
Yeah, and it's just like I just wasn't getting anything from it.
Yeah.
Character-wise, I can't tell you names. I'm not fond of Joy and Clifton. Not fond of them. I just can't. I just don't know where to start.
But you see what I'm saying, though, right? And going back to Carlos, like a lot of the critique and what everybody has been saying, and I have to agree, y'all. Like, he has his YouTube channel where he talks a lot of shit about Bravo's show, right? Like, I mean, let's just keep it a bean. He does. He's doing show reviews for everybody else, and he's been like a hard critic on shows that don't belong to him. But then you turn to OWN,
and you got a couple that are pure dog crap.
And I'm like, and we can, like, come on, y'all. We can no longer ignore that. Like, let's be for real. Let's have a real conversation. Like, y'all, for real. This is crazy to me. Like, you have abuse going on over there in Huntsville. And I'm not laughing because it's funny. I'm disgusted by it. You have that. Then you have Bell Collective, which is just a pure shit show to me. Like, I'm just like, what the fuck?
I don't know what none of them be saying.
That's what I'm saying. Like, pure shit show. Then you have DC, which has potential because, again, like, how can you? I don't feel like you can have a bad show in DC. Maybe because I really love the city, but
I almost said hold my beer. If that's the case,
right? And it's Black excellence in DC, and so there's so much content. There's a lot of culture. There's a lot that you can film there, and so I don't understand how this ball is getting fumbled. And then he does Detroit, and that we will never review that. I don't care if they're coming back. I'm not reviewing that show.
That was a circus.
That was horrible. That was worse than DC. And so I again couldn't connect with anybody on that show. And I can't with this one. And I'm like, we have our strong feelings about the cast of Huntsville, but for the most part, we have been able to really find people on the show that we really like. Y'all know how I feel about Mel. Y'all know how I feel about Mel. So I'm not expecting for everybody to get on that level because that's rare. But at least, like, I can be like, cool, like, you know. But that's not what I'm feeling from DC. And I'm really upset about it. Like, I really had high hopes for this show. But here we are. Season 2 ended with Joy and Ashley fighting, right? Or arguing in Ashley's house. Ashley and Quicksilver, they have their annual Christmas party. It's what they kept saying, it Christmas Eve's party. Where they have all of their family and friends come over, whatever, you know, having a good time. This is something Evan and I do too. So got you, girl. That's what I'm saying. Like, I be trying to connect with her, but then something gets missed. Last season, Joy and Clifton from Ready to Love joined the cast. That off rip was problem number 1. Wrong road. Didn't ask for that. But they're here. So they came onto the show all season. It was this whole back and forth of, are you married? Are you not married? Are you married? Are you not married? And so they ended up really getting married. Joy told Ashley not to tell anybody. Ashley told her best friend. I forgot her best friend's name, but that's the girl that's been filming with her. And this is really like her best friend, like the person that she grew up with. Well, she told her, and Joy found out about it, or I think Ashley even admitted it to her. And Joy felt away. She was like, you know, this was our moment and you like ruined that moment for us. We weren't trying to tell anybody. Ashley apologized. She sent a long text message, taking accountability for it, said she was doing it because she was mad at her about something else. But she apologized to her. Joy did not respond. So they ended up going to Winter's event or like song release party or something. She tried to apologize again. She did apologize to her face. Joy was just kind of like, she needs space. Okay, girl, fine. Fast forward to the Christmas Eve's party. Ashley ain't heard from this girl in weeks. And like Ashley said, every time I saw her, she was paying me dust. She did originally get an invite, but I haven't heard from her. She hasn't said she was coming or not. Or she did say that she wasn't going to come to somebody else. Ashley was hearing from the streets that she said that she wasn't even coming. So imagine our surprise. The heifer shows up at my house, meaning Ashley's house. So she walks in, doesn't speak to Ashley. So Ashley like, I know this bitch did not just walk up in my house and did not speak to me. So she comes up to Joy. She says, Joy, we need to talk. So they go talk. And listen, it don't matter. This is where I want to stop. I don't care. All I know is they started arguing. What I will say, Ashley, I do feel like she is a fake ass mean girl. I will say that. She gives that. This whole argument of, you know, I brought you on this show, because that's where the argument went. It instantly went to, I brought you and Clifton onto this show. Like, you should be thanking me. That's really the tea, girl. You should be thanking me. And, Joy's like, so what you trying to say? Like, you made me or something? And she was like, well, I brought you on this show. And I just feel like that's childish. Like, what are we? Like, it was giving Regina George. Like, you can't sit with us. I brought you into this group. I made you popular. That's what it was kind of giving. So I didn't like that. But I do agree with Ashley about somebody coming into my house and they don't like me or they feel some type of way. So why'd you come? On top of that, if I did send you an invite, you right, you got that. However, you did not confirm or RSVP or nothing, and you haven't been talking to me, but you show up at my house, and then you come into my house and you don't speak. Bitch, are you crazy? I would lose my fucking mind. like, that's just not, no, that's not how that goes. That's not how that goes at all. What's up with people in that? Y'all know that happened to me last year, the end of last year. I ain't tell y'all about that. We had an event at our house and somebody came to our house that didn't like me. Now, at the time, I didn't know that they had a problem with me until after. Emphasis on after. Apparently, they was in my house being disrespectful too. That's why I called them out after. And when I got notification of it, I handled that shit. What's up with that? What's up with y'all coming into people's houses and you don't like them? When their whole crew is there. So this, again, y'all, this is their annual Christmas Eve's party. So all of their family, is there. Their friends, people that's for them are there. And the house was packed with people. It's just kind of like the balls of someone to come into your territory and you don't like them. And then you come into their house and you don't speak.
Damn, who's at the door?
Huh?
Makes you think, who is at the door? Nobody working the front door.
Well, and that's the thing. When you're having house parties, right?
Somebody needs to be designated.
And we don't see that a lot. All the reality shows that we watch and they have stuff at their house, do we ever see security at the door? No. That's the thing, see? I'm trying to get enough money where we got security at the door. Okay? You can know. Because bitches do show up and they don't like you. That shit's crazy. I guess I'm just very different where it's like, if I don't like somebody, like, I don't feel like they exist. So I am not going to your house. I don't like you.
I don't know, Joy. She could use an excuse, but we had to film together.
We could have did a scene after.
I don't know. Joy and Clifton are non-existent.
So that's how season 2 ended, with them arguing and security pulling them apart. Another thing I will say, I gave Ashley, her points as far as, like, I see where she coming from with the disrespect part about somebody coming to your house that don't like you. But on the other hand, I will say, once you told the girl to get out, because she did, she said you can leave then. Joy was grabbing her stuff off of that table and was, about to walk out. But then Ashley took her happy behind and, like, walked across the table and then got in her face. Mm-hmm. And see, to me, that's what I'm saying. It's like you kind of, that alone, you doing that motion, that is like a bullying tactic. That's my personal opinion. There was no reason to then get into her face at that point, because you done told her to leave. Now, she running her mouth or whatever. It's like, yeah, you can run your mouth going up the stairs. Mm-hmm. Bye, bitch. Mm-hmm. I was so beat Kenya, like, security, she needs to go. She needs to go.
It was just Joy trying to create that scene because she knows deep down with camera crew and people right there, they're not going to let nothing happen. So the thing is, Joy's trying to show that she bursts more than a grape. But, of course, security and camera crews right there.
Well, listen, we are too grown. We are too pretty to be fighting. I'm with you. Security should have been there. They should have did it like Kenya Moore. And she should have been like, you can be Dorothy Dandridge outside on the curb. Goodbye. Like, that's what we can do. Like, that's where I'm not going to do that with you. But Ashley wanted to do it with her. So they're arguing. So they I guess this fight then goes upstairs. Mm-hmm. Then Arena comes up. I guess she heard all of the commotion. So she is about to walk up the stairs or following behind Ashley. And Ashley's like, Arena, get the fuck out my face. And Arena's like, well, wait a minute. What you mean? Like, what you talking about? And that's how last season ended. And so it was a to be continued. So this season, it picks up from that scene. So y'all, we are literally watching a scene from 2022 on a new episode of a show. Here we are. So they're arguing, and what ended up happening, I forgot one point. Once Joy was leaving, Arena came up the stairs, was seeing the commotion, and then she's like, Joy, what's going on? And she goes outside with Joy to see what was happening. When she comes back, that's when she was following Arena, and Arena was like, Arena, get the fuck out my face. So that when the episode starts, you know, Arena's trying to get an understanding of like, well, like, why you telling me to get the fuck out of your face? Like, what's going on? She was like, you following behind that bitch. Like, you know, like, you supposed to be my friend and blah, blah, blah. Like, why you checking up on her? You should need to check up on me. This is my house. Blah, blah, blah. And Arena's like, girl, I didn't know what was going on. And Arena likes to talk with her hands. I like to talk with my hands too, but I also don't get in people's faces. That's the gotcha. But she's talking with her hands, and she's like, Arena, put your hands down. So then they start arguing. And then that's the end of the Christmas scene, y'all. Listen, this was Christmas 2 years ago.
The whole episode also.
Well, the whole episode then consists of them talking about the Christmas Eve's party. That was the whole episode. Arena feels like, well, you mad at me for going to go check on this girl, but I was just trying to see what was happening. There was a lot of commotion. I wasn't even thinking about whose house and what was. I just saw everybody yelling. There was so many people, and I understood. This is when I'm gonna have to go against Ashley too. I don't understand Ashley's point with Arena on this whole you gonna go check on Joy. I think if I'm coming up the stairs in my gown, because she's the only one that had on the gown. But if I'm coming up the stairs in my beautiful gown, and I just see a bunch of adults screaming and yelling, and I don't know what's going on, but I do see one face that's recognizable, which was Joy. That was the first person that she saw coming from up the steps. So she's like, Joy, wait, what's happening? And Joy's now walking out the door. Of course, I think naturally you're going to be like, wait, what's happening?
Well, you know, Ashley was too hyped to not know the context of what other people are seeing out their eyes. When I say that, other people coming into the situation that weren't there when it started.
Right.
So she was too hyped to understand the context of the situation.
Right. I do think that takes a level of,
she's not going to get it there at that time because she's too hyped.
But it's the fact, because this was her argument even towards the end of the episode. So at the end of the episode, Arena and Ashley sit down for the first time since the Christmas Eve's party to talk about it. And Ashley is still like harping on that. She feels a way that she went and checked on Joy.
Yep.
And she kept bringing up how this is my house. And I'm like, that has nothing to do. When it comes to Arena, I don't feel like that had anything to do with it.
No.
And so I see what you're saying. She's hype in the moment. Yep. I get that. But now it's been months later, or a couple months later, this is our first time having a conversation. And no, Ashley's still stuck on that. She still feels like you should have come to me first.
Oh, well, I got nothing to do with that.
And Arena's point of view was, I wasn't even thinking about that. I didn't see you. Ashley don't believe her. Ashley feels like you did see me. And she was like, yeah, you wasn't thinking. Like, again, I do think it's immature. I think it's weird. Like, a real adult, a real grown woman is going to try to diffuse a situation like that and just try to make sense of what's happening. I mean, a real grown woman would have left, because I don't do this. But, you know, I just felt like that was weird to hold that against her. I don't like Arena, but I don't agree with Ashley on this one. She also feels like when they were arguing at the Christmas party, Arena and Ashley, and at the end of the episode, they kept arguing about who brought Joy and Clifton on the show. Here's my thing. Both of y'all are saying y'all are responsible for bringing them onto the show. So now y'all are arguing about that. And I'm like, both of you bitches is wrong. Because did we ask for that? So I blame both of y'all. We did not want to see Joy and are they serious? Out of all of the people on not Loving Marriage, Ready to Love, DC, that's the couple that you brought onto this show. We did not want to see them. I don't know if y'all got the memo, but we did not like them. We started off liking them in the beginning of the season, but everybody couldn't stand them by the time we got to the reunion. Why did y'all do that? Both of y'all. I'm mad at both of y'all for that. I guess they think that's a flex for considering somebody, or not considering somebody, or, you know, putting in a recommendation for a new cast member. But, and both of you bitches are not producers. The person that is hiring and firing here seems to be Carlos. Mm-hmm. So I don't know what that was about. You guys, again, it's you dropped the ball here. This is a stupid argument, and I don't want to argue with y'all about this. This is stupid.
What if Carlos can like run an emergency cancel of the show? You know, this show's like really like so boring. I'm not a fan of, like I said, I told you, I'm not a fan of Joy Clifton. I don't even know everybody's names. I put that out there. You know, Bree just had me start watching it. And it may be a slow burner, or it may just can be boring as hell. So, despite all the drama going on with the ladies, Quick and Clifton met for, I guess, lunch, whatever, to, you know, talk about the situation. Quick filled Clifton in and what happened, and blasey, talking about what happened when Joy even walked in the house. Talking about how Ashley responded, you know, talking about, you know, why Joy got kicked out, you know, how the ladies got into it, this, and that. And the most funniest thing was, and I had the same reaction as Quick did. Clifton was like, oh, well, shit would have been different if I was there, you know. I would have done this, I would have done that, blah, blah, blah.
Oh, he didn't even say he would have done nothing. He said if I was there, it would have been a lot worse.
Yeah. Okay, and my thing is, Quick's like, a lot worse. What you trying to say? And my thing is, I said the same thing. I'm saying you going to somebody else's house thinking you about to do shit. There's all these people here that don't know you, so they're going to be on Quick's side. And you about to whoop everybody ass in that house? Not happening. So once again, Clifton, what does that mean? Oh, would have been worse. You wouldn't have done a damn thing. Shut up. Pump faking. Wouldn't have done a damn thing. Trying to talk about, well, you know, I stay out of woman's business, you know, but, you know, at the end, you know, they're talking about, well, how's their relationship going to be? And, you know, Clifton's like, you know, stay out of women's business, blah, blah, blah. You know, you handle yours, I handle mine. You know, if it comes down to it, you know, we just got to do what we got to do. But Clifton, shut your boring ass up. Good Lord. And, you know, I know I'm new to the show, but due to the people we're dealing with, I can say this. You know, it's asinine for Clifton to say, you know, I feel like there may be some jealousy coming, you know, between Joy and Ashley, you know, with us on the show, blah, blah. Y'all niggas just got here. Don't nobody like y'all. Y'all don't bring nothing. Like Ashley said, don't nobody want your unisex beard oil. It's crazy. Enjoy what? She's a wedding singer? Like, what the hell? Ain't nobody jealous of y'all, man. I mean, I'm borderline what I know about people so far. I know Quick, he's like this well-known DJ in the DMV area. Just to let y'all know, I'm from Maryland. I don't know what Ashley does, but Quick is well-known. You know, I've seen the episode about him getting a street named after him. So he must be some form of character in his community.
I meant to tell you, I remember when the show first came on, my mom was telling me, like, he did a lot of parties here during CIAA, and they talked about it during the show, too.
Oh, well, yeah, possibly, yeah. Yeah. So my thing is, obviously, Quick has made an impact in the Baltimore area, so he has a street named after him. And once again, what are they supposed to be jealous of the Petties? Right. Clifton and Joy.
You remember that party that you sent me when we went to the CBC?
Yeah.
In September, he was the DJ for that all black. It was the Kappa party. And downstairs, okay. He was DJing that night.
Oh, did he need a step stool?
Shut up. But yeah, first and foremost, Clifton. Is it Clifton?
Clifton.
Yes, Clifton and Joy. This whole, I get it, right? You told Ashley something personal and she wasn't supposed to say. Ashley was being an asshole. Okay? She was being an asshole. Ashley, you were being an asshole for saying something. Now, when I tell y'all Joy and Clifton, I promise y'all, we do not care that y'all got married. Do they think that they are king and queen of Zamunda? Like, nobody cared that they got married. The way they are talking about it in this episode, about how they just wanted this moment to be for them and how, like, now it's completely ruined. And I'm like, for whom? Y'all, I don't know. Maybe I'm out of touch. Y'all care about them like that? I didn't know they were popular in this way. Like, I'm so confused.
Only a moment they were worried about.
Very confused. Should Ashley have said something? No. But she told her best friend. And she was being an asshole. But this is a lot to me. This is a lot for so little. Like you said, that Ashley said. Who are they? Like, who are they? Who are they? This whole, the Silvas trying to use the Pettys as clout. And what's going on with all the people with the last name Petty this weekend? All y'all was petty this weekend. All of y'all. All of y'all. And all of y'all are delusional. The Pettys are delusional out here in these streets. What is going on? We don't care. We don't care, Clifton and Joy. We do not care. I promise you. Last on the list is Winter. Winter is dating this guy that she started dating last season. Apparently, her and this guy ain't even together no more. So I'm really not going to spend a lot of time on this in this moment. There are a bunch of red flags that are going up just in the middle of their scene that they're doing right now with the, they were ice skating. And she says in her confessional how she's told him that she does love him. And then his response was, you know, like, thank you for that. Thank you for saying that. And I appreciate you, or something like that. It basically wasn't, I love you. So, girl, red flag. I also cannot trust your judgment when it comes to dating men, because, I mean, your ex-husband, that situation, that's how we were introduced to you. You married this man and he was living in his basement. I do think that you need a little bit of help there. Which is weird because Winter comes off like she's very, like she knows her worth. She's, you know, seems, you know, very sure about herself. Beautiful woman. Seems like she's very talented. So I don't know what the disconnect here is. You know, sometimes, you know, beautiful women, smart women, we don't always choose the best men. It just kind of is what it is. But yeah, I heard that they're not together no more. So this scene was kind of like a wash, seeing how it was from 2 years ago. So.
Oh, don't know where. Took a couple naps. Woke up when they finished talking. I know nothing about. I told you, I just started watching this. I know nothing about this one.
So yeah, y'all, this episode wasn't much. You know, it seemed like this was just to kind of jog our memories of what we forgot from 2022. So here we are. I really hope that the episodes pick up along the way. I hope so. I really do, because I would really like to review the show. I know that some of you guys watch it, but you know, I also don't want to force anything. So if they're not landing, you know, we'll try to be as entertaining as possible with these reviews. But I think the goal is, if our reviews can be more entertaining than the actual episode, then we're good money at the end of the day. But we'll see. I think the other girl's name is Sherelle. I think that's the other girl's name. That's the one that's married to the guy. His name is Block. That was in the group with Joy. Am I right?
All I know is there's just some other girl that's always yelling.
Okay. I don't understand why they didn't add her to the show as a permanent cast member. Because it doesn't look like they did. She's not in the opening credits. And it didn't seem like there was a lot of scenes with her when they show previews for the rest of the season. That's weird because I did think that she brought a different, much needed energy to the show and to this cast dynamic. So I really hope that they lean into that. I'm not saying it's because I like her. I just think that it could be good for the show. Because right now you guys are grasping for straws. Okay, so on another note, y'all, we wanted to end this with letting you guys in a little bit more on our thoughts of everything that has been going on the last couple of weeks, rumors that has been circulating and different things that we have heard about the Love and Marriage Huntsville crew, right? Specifically Mel and Martell, right? Well, here's what I'm going to say. To keep it in the same vein of how we started this video with Carlos, I will lean more into that and just talk about just my disappointment in him and what's happening with his production. I am so happy that during their live interview that they did together, that Mel admitted how she felt about Carlos and the other people surrounding Love and Marriage Huntsville, right? Like how she felt like she wasn't protected, how she felt like, there was definitely some signs of people choosing sides, including Carlos. I'm so happy that Mel admitted that because that is how I felt as a viewer, right? I have been really, really serious about trying to just stay with the show and really try to kind of ice out the social media noise. But you can't with this show. You just cannot because real life happens on social media with them. And it's a whole bunch of fakery and fraudulent behavior that happens on the show. And for years now, production and Carlos, I truly do feel this way, has went out of their way to protect the image of Martell Hope. Even though you can't do that but so far because Martell is an asshole. He's not a good person. And so he's going to show his cards when you have the camera in front of him for 10 minutes. And that's just what it is. So as much as they tried to cover up his behavior, it still doesn't work. There were still things that was kind of showing through the cracks. But y'all know it was the season reunion that they had. I think it was season 4, when that lady was sitting on that stage next to Carlos, Martell on the other side, and Carlos said to Martell how he thinks that he was really in love with the baby mother and how she wasn't the side piece, how I think she was like the whole full course meal right in front of this lady. It was in that moment. And the way that whole reunion, the way it was structured, the questions that was asked and how she was treated, it was in that moment that I lost a lot of respect. And I also was scratching my head like, wait a minute, what is going on here? What's happening? Am I bugging? Or are we watching the same show? Are we seeing the same thing? Are we not seeing signs of abuse? Are we not seeing signs of a narcissist? Are we not seeing signs of a very dangerous situation that is only going to get worse if it's not dealt with in this moment? And that is exactly what happened. That is exactly what happened. Martell has gotten worse since that season. And this could have all been prevented if there was not people that was a part of this cast, that is still a part of this cast, that is a part of production, and Carlos King and the OWN network, that didn't go out of their way to protect this man. So I appreciated Mel for admitting that and saying her truth. And she's 1,000% right. There was one point in the interview that she was like, I was thinking like, when is somebody gonna step in? Like, when are y'all gonna stop this? And the crowd like is clapping and screaming and saying like, yes, we all felt that as viewers. We have all saw scenes, even Evan. So I feel like for you, it was probably that scene with them outside of that construction site, and he calls her a bitch or a hoe. Mm-hmm. There were all these scenes where we felt like, when is production then gonna step in and be like, okay, wait a minute, hold up, let's get this in check real quick. Like, what we doing? Like, what's happening? And that has not happened. I mean, for anybody to be shocked about Martell's behavior to date it's amazing to me, because I'm like, he's been able to get away with it. Nobody holds him accountable. I said that in our last review too. Mel is the only person that I feel like that have probably ever held Martell accountable in his life. And he's a full grown man. And I think she's the only one, because his mama sure don't. Mm-mm.
His friends don't. Well, Chris, Marsau, Maurice. No, I feel, to be honest with you, like, the women of the show and the men of the show pretty much cheer him on.
Yes.
The women of the show, they have that thing, oh, it's just Martell being Martell.
Right.
And the guys, they think it's funny.
Right.
But at the same time, Mel on this show has some people that are behind the scenes praying on her downfall.
Yes.
So they are living through Martell when it comes to terrorizing her.
Yes.
They're living through him.
Yes.
So they're cheering him on.
Yes.
And Martell dumbass is eating up all that energy to try to tear her down.
Yes.
And, he loves to say, you love to make me look bad. Well, it's not hard when you make yourself look bad. But, Carlos, like I said, I don't know if he got a crush on Martell. Probably do. You can easily see that he's been favoring Martell over Mel.
Thank you. Like, you can easily see it. Like, it's so obvious.
I mean, yeah, it's obvious as hell. Like, come on.
It's crazy talk. And so Mel says that, that she didn't talk to Carlos for like over a year. And I'm not shocked. It just makes me like Mel even more, because I'm like, not that I've ever questioned it, because at the end of the day, we do not know these people personally, right? But it's something about Mel that I feel like I have resonated with. She is the only reality star, honest to God, that I feel like I resonate with the most. Like, I feel like she's the most like me based off of what we see. I've never felt that way about any other reality star. There's reality stars that I love, like my icons of reality TV, but Mel is the only one that I feel like is relatable. And why you say that?
I feel like I want to label Courtney.
Really? You feel that way?
I don't go where I don't need to be. I don't go where the drama is. You got it? I'm not going. Moving my own drum.
I can see that. That makes sense.
Not going.
But yeah, Mel. That's why I feel like there's a connection there. I feel like I just kind of felt like, oh, Mel is calculated. She's strategic. I'm calculated. I'm strategic. I am not going to say anything always in the moment. I'm such an observer. I'm going to let you perform. And I'm going to speak and tell my truth at the perfect time. I'm also a little bit dramatic. So you need a little bit of drama. So I need the setting and the time and the space, and I need astrology to work out the right way because I know when the time is right. And Mel kept saying that. Mel kept saying how she has information, she has the time in her mind of when the perfect time will be for her to speak her truth when it comes to anything, whether it was with Tisha, Carlos, Martell, Destiny, anybody. She's always like, I'm gonna let y'all have that, but I'm going to tell my truth when the time is right. And she's been saying that when it comes to her ex-husband. And that interview with Carlos just proved that. She confirmed everything that I really feel like we have thought, that I know I have thought as far as her relationship with Carlos. Carlos then says that, he didn't know that it was as bad as it was. Now he knows. He did say that. He also said that, he did admit that he was giving his other shows more attention at the time because they needed it, which that cannot be the case because we were just talking about DC and oh my God. But anyways, he was like, he felt like Mel was his star and the one that was really driving the car over there. So he felt like she got it. Like he didn't have to worry about her. So he was able to focus on the other shows and the other projects that he had that needed more attention. And again, I mean, we're going to have to take Carlos for his word. Do I believe that 100%? Not necessarily, no. And that's because the proof of like the product, again, Detroit, Bell Collective, and DC, I don't know how we were focusing on that when look at what happened. So that interview happened. Apparently they are going to show that interview during the season. They did record it to be premiered during this new season of Love and Marriage Huntsville. So we will talk about it more then. So I'm going to save a little bit of that as the new season comes. But Martell decided to do an interview this past week with Tasha K. Now, when I saw that come across my screen, I said, absolutely not. I'm not watching that shit. Like, are you kidding me? Tasha K and Martell Holt? No, I'm not doing it. And I'm also not giving Tasha K any type of views. I'm good on that. Respect to what she does, but it's not my cup of tea. So shout out to all the other YouTubers that did do a review on the interview. I was able to watch through that. Shout out to my favorite YouTuber of all time, Bonzi Blue. She actually did a full review of the interview and played major parts of it. So we were able to see or hear some of the things that he said, which were all lies. Shout out to y'all who watched that. I could never. Oh my God. I was getting frustrated. We only watched like 15 minutes. I couldn't do it.
Damn, it's still law to allow Martell in front of a mic. It's still legal. Shit. But Martell, y'all know anytime you give him a chance to talk, y'all know he's gonna lie. He's gonna definitely throw Mel under the bus. He's definitely gonna try to paint her out to be the bad guy and he the villain. He always feels he has to state a case. Despite he makes himself look bad. But I just felt like this interview was him trying to so-called try to clear himself up, but with his lies. I'll be honest with you. We watched 15 minutes. Didn't need to watch the whole thing.
Right.
We knew what it was gonna be. It's the typical, put Mel in the dirt, make himself look like the victim.
Yeah.
Whoever's interviewing him is kissing his ass.
Right. That happened a lot.
Drinking his nasty ass wine.
It's the same thing. He said, y'all, if you didn't see the interview, please don't go watch it. I'm going to save you. We're going to save you the trouble. It's the same stuff.
Same stuff.
It's the same stuff that he's been saying. Nothing that he said in there was new. I know people was going all ups in arms and was clutching their pearls because they felt like this is the first time that he really claimed his baby mother. I didn't get that energy, to be quite honest. I feel like he, once again, was kind of dancing around it. But I will say he was protecting her, but he's always been doing that. Like, you can't say anything bad about his baby mother, but then says in the interview, quote, I don't want to give Melody any positivity. I'm not trying to speak any positivity about Mel. Because he was asked the question, what made you fall in love with her? And he's like, well, that's the thing. Like, all of us, we talk about it on the show too. It's like the show, the production in them, Love and Marriage Huntsville, they try to like go out their way to make Mel look good. And I'm not going to do that. I'm not doing that over here. I'm not speaking no positivity. I was like, bro, you should be arrested. Again, off with his head. I cannot take him. But it was a bunch of lies and a bunch of foolishness. If that, go ahead.
Oh, I'll say same stuff, different day.
Yeah. If that wasn't bad enough, after that interview, we then find out that Mel has been doxxed. For those of you who do not know what that means when you put out somebody's personal information onto the internet, onto Beyonce's internet. So address, phone number, email, like stuff like that. And that's what has happened to her. Ooh, I wonder who was in control of that. Okay. We also have seen multiple clips of old videos of Mel responding to Martell and his terrorism. I 100% believe that Martell put those videos out. I don't know if that's been confirmed or not, but that's my belief. And I don't care if it's been confirmed. That's what I believe. I believe he put those videos out to go ahead and continue his narrative of trying to make Mel look bad. I don't know what he thought those videos was going to do. Because from one of those videos, she was responding to this fool stealing money from her, which is another thing that we knew from years ago. Him stealing, that $17,000 out of her account. Yeah, we know he has a tendency of stealing money from her. That's been said multiple times on the blogs and from her so many times over the years. So yeah, she responded to that. And then here he go in the background. Mel, stop, Mel. Mel, stop, Mel. Yeah. I don't know what he thought that was going to do. Well, Don, y'all know that's Mel's manager, went ahead and responded to those videos and was like, listen, basically, we want to put out videos. We want to put out evidence. Please understand that my client has been sitting on multiple receipts and has tried not to put any of that out only because of her children. But now guns are drawn. Now we at war. It is what it is. And it didn't have to be this way. That's the sad part. It did not have to be this way. It did not. But here we are. And I do think that it's going to continue to get ugly. Apparently, he said in this interview with Tasha K, again, we didn't finish it, so I don't know if this is hearsay, but I guess towards the end, he made a comment about he hasn't filmed yet. So there are rumors circulating that he is not coming back to Love and Marriage Huntsville. I can only pray for that. But we'll see. Yeah.
Well, they may just be minimalizing his appearances for right now.
I'll take whatever I can get, especially if it means keeping Mel away from this man. At this point, he'll go to he'll cross any boundary to make Mel's life hell. And to make his children's lives hell. And now he doesn't even realize that he's doing that.
No, he doesn't.
That's the sad part.
Martell, I don't know what role he had in real estate and all that stuff. But he's just digging himself such a grave. Because I've always felt like his only income was his show. And if you're not being put back on this show, I don't know how you're getting paid. The whole real estate stuff. I'm pretty sure you tarnished your name in the industry, making yourself look so terrible that nobody wants to attach the name to you, make you look bad. It's like, dude, if any of your friends loved you, they would have been told you to stop this shit. Or they would have been told you to keep a microphone out your face, get off social media. But you're just digging yourself more of a hole where all it's doing is you're setting yourself up for failure by your own doings. But you have so much disdain in your heart for Mel that it's going to be her fault always, which is going to have you lash out at her. Because you're going to feel like, oh, I wouldn't be in this position if it weren't for Mel. Dude, you're the one that ruined your family.
Yeah. I remember at the beginning when he was talking about how, his mother favors his brother.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, no matter like what I do, even if I can be this star athlete and these perfect grades or whatever, but it's still like, oh, I still love him the same as much as I love you. Which I'm like, she's y'all's mother. Like, why would she not say that she loves her kids equally? Yeah. But that was a problem for you. But we could see that, of course, some of the foundational issues as far as, him having mommy issues. Ben said that. Ben said he had mommy issues, including daddy issues, but mommy issues.
Yeah. But y'all, we will see how this DC thing goes. Y'all let us know how it's going for y'all too. Let me know how many naps y'all took, how y'all sleep during the show,
We was more entertained by everything else that was going on the internet and not by any of the shows that we watched. I just want to put that out there. Ready to Love was trash. If DC was like, what's happening? And yeah, I was more interested in the Stallion.
Well, we gonna watch DC again this week. Y'all watch it as well. Be sure to let us know what y'all think. Y'all let us know if y'all want us to review it as well. But the keyword is trying to get into it so we can give y'all some great reviews.
Yes.
Y'all don't bother looking up on the internet this Martell interview. It's just same shit, different day.
Yeah, don't watch it.
Same. But we love y'all. We'll be back soon with another review. Y'all be sure to, once again, put some shows in the comments. We're open to everything.
Yes.
Send them off.
Bye.